先生，请你立刻转账，不然账号会被冻结哦。
我现在转，等我一下。
别急着汇款，小心诈骗找上你。中国信托行动银行 App 全新推出交易中安全提示防诈骗功能，赶紧开启吧。当你边讲电话边转账时，会自动跳出贴心提醒，让你保持警觉，拒当冤大头。听你所想，与你一起生活的银行，马上下载中国信托行动银行 App。
Hello, and welcome to MJ English. Today we're going to help you learn some really useful English for when you travel. Specifically, we'll listen to a conversation about getting ready to board an airplane. How we'll do this is first, we'll listen to the short conversation itself. Then, we'll go through it bit by bit, explaining the important words and sentences just to make sure you understand everything clearly. Okay, let's set the scene. Imagine Lena and Eric. They're at the airport waiting at the gate for their flight to Los Angeles. Let's listen in.
Looks like boarding will begin soon. Got everything?
Yep, I've got our passports, boarding passes, and your neck pillow.
Thanks. Ooh, did we get our seats next to each other?
We did. I picked 18A and 18B when I checked this in online last night.
You're the best. I really prefer the window.
I know. You always like to take photos during takeoff.
Haha, guilty. Should we line up now?
Not yet. They're still boarding business class. Group 3 is next.
All right. I'll just set my phone to airplane mode first.
Good idea. And maybe grab a piece of gum for your ears.
Already in my pocket.
Okay, a pretty typical airport chat, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. Lots of useful language packed in there.
Right. So let's break it down now, line by line. We'll start with that first thing Lena says.
Looks like boarding will begin soon. Got everything? So she's looking around, seeing what's going on, and she thinks it's almost time to get on the plane.
And then she quickly checks with Eric about their stuff.
Yeah, looks like is a great way to start. You're making an observation, based on what you see. Looks like it's our turn maybe. And got everything. That's super common. Just means, do you have all our important things ready?
Good point. Okay, then Eric replies.
Yep, I've got our passports, boarding passes, and your neck pillow.
Yep is just a casual yes, right? Very natural.
Totally. And he lists 3 things: passports, boarding passes, neck pillow.
Right. So passports, essential documents for going to another country. You need them.
Yep.
Boarding passes, they're your tickets to actually get on the plane. They show your seat, your gate.
And the neck pillow, for comfort. Makes those long flights a bit easier. Hopes you maybe get some sleep.
Definitely helps. Okay, Lena then says,
Thanks. Oh, did we get our seats next to each other?
a very practical question. She wants to be sure they're sitting together.
Yeah, you travel with someone, you usually want to sit with them, right?
Exactly. It's always worth checking because sometimes the seats get assigned randomly if you don't choose them beforehand.
True. And Eric answers,
We did. I picked 18A and 18B when I checked us in online last night.
Good news. We did confirms it. Their seats are together. And he says he picked them, meaning he chose them, 18A and 18B. When did he do that?
He did it when I checked us in online last night, so the night before, using the internet.
Ah, checked us in online. That's a key phrase.
It really is. It means you do the whole check-in process on a website or an app, maybe 24 hours before your flight. Saves a lot of time at the airport.
And you often get to pick your seats then, like Eric did.
Precisely. So Lena is happy. She says,
You're the best. I really prefer the window.
yeah, she's thanking him and stating her preference, the window seat.
Why do people like the window seat?
Well, you get to look out, see the view during takeoff, landing, clouds. It's nice.
That's true. Some people prefer the aisle, though.
The aisle seat, easier to get up and stretch your legs or use the restroom without climbing over people.
Makes sense. What exactly is takeoff?
Takeoff is that specific moment the plane accelerates down the runway and lifts up into the air. It's the start of the flight. And then she asks, should we line up now? What does line up mean?
To line up is just to get in the queue. Stand in the row, wait your turn to board the plane.
Okay, but Eric says,
Not yet. They're still boarding business class. Group 3 is next.
all right, so it's not their turn. Why not?
Because they're still boarding business class passengers.
Airlines usually have different boarding groups. It's printed on your boarding pass. Certain groups go first, maybe first class, business class, people needing assistance. Lena and Eric are in group 3, so they have to wait until group 3 is called.
It helps keep things orderly, I guess.
Supposedly. Lena says,
All right, I'll just set my phone to airplane mode first.
and what's she doing with her phone? Airplane mode?
Very important. Airplane mode is a setting that turns off your phone's signals, the cell connection, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. You have to do this on a plane for safety. Stops interference with the plane's equipment.
They'll always remind you before takeoff.
Another travel tip. He agrees about the phone and suggests gum for her ears.
Yeah, why for her ears?
Well, when the plane goes up or down, the air pressure changes and it can make your ears feel funny, like blocked.
I know that feeling. Chewing gum or swallowing or yawning helps equalize that pressure, makes your ears feel better.
Smart tip. And Lena is prepared.
Already in my pocket.
She's one step ahead, got the gum, ready to go.
Okay, we've gone through the whole conversation. Let's pull out some of that key vocabulary, words you'll definitely hear and maybe want to use when you travel.
Sounds good.
First one, neck pillow.
Right. So a neck pillow is that U-shaped cushion, You put it around your neck.
Yeah.
It just supports your head and neck, makes it more comfortable to rest or sleep, especially sitting up on a plane.
So an example sentence might be, I always travel with my neck pillow for long flights.
Perfect.
Okay, next phrase, check in online.
To check in online means you confirm your flight details and get your boarding pass using the internet before you go to the airport.
So not waiting in line at the counter.
Exactly. Usually you can do it on the airline's website or app, often starting 24 hours before the flight. You can often pick seats then too.
Like in the example, we checked in online and selected our seats yesterday. All right, third word, takeoff.
We talked about this a bit. Takeoff is the action of the airplane leaving the ground and beginning to fly, that initial ascent.
Moment it goes up.
Yes. The opposite is landing.
Okay, so an example. The kids love looking out the window during takeoff.
Yep. Classic takeoff moment.
Number 4, airplane mode.
This is that setting on your phone or tablet. When you switch it on, it turns off all the wireless communications. Cell signal, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth.
Got it. An example. Please switch all devices to airplane mode now.
You'll hear that for sure.
Every time.
And our last vocabulary item, boarding group.
Your boarding group is usually a number or sometimes a zone printed on your boarding pass. It tells you when it's your turn to get on the plane. Airlines call groups one by one to manage the flow of passengers onto the aircraft.
So it avoids everyone rushing at once.
That's the idea. For example, we're in boarding group 3, so we'll wait a bit.
Great. So those are some key words. Now let's look at some useful phrases from that conversation. These are patterns you can use in many situations.
Phrases are really helpful for sounding more natural.
First one, looks like.
We use looks like when we're making a prediction or stating an observation based on what we see or sense around us. It's like saying, it seems that, or I think.
Lena used it. Looks like boarding will begin soon.
She saw signs that made her think that.
You could say it looks like rain or looks like relate.
Okay, second phrase, did we get?
You use this to ask if something you wanted or arranged has actually happened or been obtained. You're checking on a result.
Lena asked, did we get our seats next to each other?
Checking if the seat arrangement worked out.
Okay, third phrase, I picked when I.
This connects an action of choosing something I picked with the specific time or event when you did the choosing. When I. Picked just means chose or selected.
So Eric said, I picked 18A and 18B when I checked us in online. He's being specific about the choice and the timing. Number 4, you always like to.
This phrase points out someone's habit, preference, or something they frequently enjoy doing. It shows you've noticed a pattern in their behavior.
Like Eric saying to Lena, "You always like to take photos during takeoff." He knows this is typical for her. Our final phrase today.
I'll just do it first.
We use this to say what action we plan to do immediately before doing anything else. The word just often makes it sound like a quick, simple, or necessary first step.
Lena said, I'll just set my phone to airplane mode first, meaning that's the immediate next thing she needs to do.
So, we really hope you learned some useful English today, stuff you can actually use when you're traveling, especially getting ready for a flight.
Yeah, these situations come up all the time.
Try practicing the words and phrases. Maybe imagine yourself at the airport.
The more you use them, the more natural they'll feel.
Absolutely. Practice makes perfect.
Or at least much better.
Well said. Thank you so much for listening to MJ English.
Thanks, everyone.
See you next time.